don't. Seriously, don't buy it. Hey guys, welcome back to Trial and Vials. So we have a big haul here today, and of course all of this is going to be going on my shop at trialvials.com, and a few of these you saw in a little reel I shot also on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So if you saw that was Carnal Desire in Ophidian Mango Bliss. But we have some other pieces that came in, and one piece that actually has been here for a bit, but I just haven't got a chance to open it yet. So let's start with this actually, and without further ado, that's Historic Sahara by Afnan. So this is supposed to be a clone or inspiration of Altair by Parfums de Marly. Now it's a interesting little bottle. They're kind of going for this like Roman column look. Kind of gives me, you know, Hercules vibe, right? And it does seem a little odd without the bottom base, for me at least. All right, so let's give this a smell. So as I spray it, I get a lot of like white florals and then vanilla kind of in the background. Yeah, so this is a little white floral heavy. I'm not a fan of white florals. I like jasmine on its own, but like in a cologne, like I don't like neroli, white jasmine, those things kind of just, in a fragrance, they're a little bit too powdery. And this is what this fragrance is. It's like very powdery, white floral, a little bit of vanilla in the base. But let's see how it is in the dry down, right? And then right here we have the Luxe series by Maison Alhambra, or at least a few of the pieces in the series. Now this is Journey. Journey is supposed to be kind of like its own thing, you know, inspired by some of the Bond No. 9 fragrances. So let's give this a little spray. So this one, I'd say I'm detecting a little bit of rose, some musk, and I want to say some amber. Yeah, so it's like rose, but it's a hint of rose. It's not too strong with it, but it's definitely a noticeable rose note. And then some amber and musk. Those are like the predominant notes in this. And like I said, I don't go based off Fragrantica, so you might see some other reviewers with like, oh, well, I smell nutmeg and cinnamon and aldehydes, and no, I don't like going based off of Fragrantica, so I don't know the notes in any of these really. Yeah, this is a nice rose fragrance. I'm not a fan of rose, but this one I'm actually not too against. It's not a strong, you know, in your face kind of rose like some other scents are. And next we have Luxe Nightlife. So this is supposed to be, if you didn't guess, it's supposed to be New York Nights. So, you know, similar bottle style too. It has the holographic, you know, or the shiny metal, right? So there's that metallic sheen to it. So let's give this a little smell. So this one I have smelled in passing. I haven't really ever smelled the original. I can't tell you if it's a perfect one-to-one clone. I'm getting some coconut here. Just making sure. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting some coconut. A little bit of vanilla, and maybe some tonka bean in there. Yeah, it's like a vanilla coconut with just a hint of tonka bean. I think I smell a little bit of a pineapple, so it's kind of like pina colada vibes. But let's wait for the dry down for that one, all right? And then we have Luxe Bold. Now, Luxe Bold, not sure what this is supposed to be, but it looks green, so it might be Greenwich Village. Let's see. Okay. Well, that is quite faint. I'm not sure. So it's a very faint floral smell, like some light citrus. I want to say maybe bergamot. Yeah, it smells like some bergamot with some florals in it. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is trying to be. Kind of leaning a little bit like lemon too. The next one is this right here. This is Zacat's Roar Tiger Eye. Now this is actually supposed to be a discontinued fragrance by Urban Outfitters. It's called like, you know, Tiger Storm or something like that. This fragrance I actually have tried before and opened up and sprayed, and I actually like this one. It gives like this this lovely like laundry detergent vibe. Yeah, that's honestly like how I describe it. I can't even get into the notes because it's just like a super fresh laundry detergent vibe, and then kind of lemon, you know, in the heart. I feel like, yeah. So it's just such a clean, like fresh linen kind of scent with like a little bit of lemon. This is definitely a great like fresh scent. I'd say it's up there with like, you know, Prada Luna Rossa, Ocean, where it's like that, you know, fresh linen smell. But this is kind of like a several notches up. This is like almost to the point of Febreze, but not fully there yet. So this is definitely a great like fresh fragrance. Okay, just get this out of the way. All right. And now we have Ophidian Mango Bliss and Carnal Desire. So I already went over these in the reel, but if you haven't checked that out. So Ophidian Mango Bliss is supposed to be a clone of God of Fire by Stephen Humbert Lucas, but this one is a little bit interesting and odd. So if you spray it on paper, it smells a little bit closer, you know, that ginger comes more forward, but this is a great reason of why spraying on paper versus spraying on skin are two vastly different things. So this one, honestly, when you spray this on your skin, it has a lot of lemon coming forward, at least for me. So it's so lemon forward, it honestly kind of got to the point of smelling a little bit like Pledge. I'm not sure what's going on with this. You know, I actually did spray it on earlier today as well. And I don't know, like it has an odd dry down. Like if anyone has smelled like incense from the Middle East, that's what this kind of has like a dry down of. It's a bit of a like an odd ambery kind of musk to it with like some floral aspects. That's what this is kind of giving. I'm not sure why that is, but that's what it dries down to. The opening is fine, but then it kind of leans towards that big lemony Pledge kind of feel. I wouldn't say this is a good God of Fire clone. If it's its own thing, a twist, sure, it's not bad. You know, I don't really mind like the Middle East incense smell. It doesn't smell awful. You know, I'm a fan of Middle East incense, so if you like it, if you like that kind of smell, then this might be up your alley. But not really my sort of thing. The next is Carnal Desire by Aromatix. Now, I sprayed this on earlier as well. And honestly, this right here is such, it opens up with a lot of leather and oud. And I mean like right now all I smell is leather and oud. I don't smell anything else. But as this dries down, you get the sweetness in it. You know, there's a little bit of either, I think it's raspberry, but it's like the fruit comes in, the floral comes in. It has a rose note, I feel like, but it's very like tucked in the back, which I think is great for strong scents like this. But that being said, if you have smelled Latafa, Badial, Oud, Amethyst, or if you've smelled After Effect by French Avenue, those are in the same realm, in the same vein as this. So if you can't access this and you're wondering how it smells like, or if you find, you know, either of those other two for cheap, then you could get this. Okay? That being said, it's a good fragrance. You know, if it was not made by French Avenue and, you know, Aromatix went with someone else to make this, I would say it's a great fragrance. But I feel like French Avenue just took like what they were doing with the After Effect, which is a clone of Initio's Side Effect. I think they might have just, you know, taken the After Effect and just kind of tweaked the formula a bit and just made this. So it is a good fragrance, but be warned, it is strong. So this one is strong. So, you know, if we're going to go with like the amount of sprays in each of these, so This is a freshie. I'd say about 4 to 6 sprays max. If you're wearing this in, like the gym or something like that, if you're going somewhere else, or if you're just a sweaty dude, then, you can go for 8+ sprays. This one, honestly, it's a fruity kind of smell with a lemon pledge. If you don't mind that, lemon pledge in the, first, I want to say half hour to 45 minutes, you can spray this on with, with no remorse. I say go for 10 to 12. This, I would not recommend spraying more than 5 sprays. Honestly, I think 4 would be sufficient, but if you're like, me and you want to make sure you smell good, then I'd go for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right in the center. Okay? So that's what I would do for those. Now for these, let's come back and see how they smell like now. They have had a few minutes to kind of dry down and settle. So yeah, this is still kind of staying in that like white floral vanilla range. I'm not the biggest fan of this. If you like white florals and you like vanilla, then this is the one for you. And the vanilla is starting to kind of, come out. It's kind of, coming out and becoming the main player of the game. So I'm sure as this dries down, it's probably going to come out more and become a little bit more sweeter. But right now, all I smell is predominantly just the white florals there. All right. And this is Journey. Okay, I'm going to be honest. This smells like something my dad would wear. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It just reminds me of something my father would wear. So if you're used to like brown uncles or Middle Eastern guys and something they'd wear, this is kind of in that realm. So it's like a bold, slightly rose tinge here with a lot of musk and a hint of amber. I'm sure there are other notes here too, but I can't really smell them because of how bold that musk is. So that's all I can smell there. Okay. And honestly, one thing I noticed about the Luxe series, the caps are quite flimsy. So be warned if you buy any of these. Maybe it's just, no. I guess it's just nightlife. Okay, so as this is drying down, it's like more of the coconut. A little, I want to say maybe just a slight hint of pineapple. Very, 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 very little. Like you really have to get in there and smell it to kind of pick it up. Honestly, it kind of gives me like LeBeau vibes, but maybe just not as well performing. Yeah, so this gives me LeBeau vibes. I'm not sure if that's what New York Night smells like, but that's what it gives me. And now let's smell Bold by Luxe Journey. Or Luxe. Yeah, no, this just smells like a cleaner. I'm probably going to put this on. I still will put it on my site. I still will put it on my site, but honestly, it's just kind of like a cleaner smell. Like a lemon cleaner with a hint of florals. Like, it's nothing to write home about. I would not recommend ever buying a bottle of this. I'll throw the decants as cheap as possible, barely above cost. I do that anyways, but this one I'm probably going to give even slimmer margins on this, just so you guys can avoid buying a full bottle of this. So if you're thinking about buying Luxe Bold, don't. Seriously, don't buy it. Coming back to the dry down of these, so these, I mean, it literally just smells like Febreze. Like, honestly, it's great. There's some citrus in there as well, like I said before, some like lemon, maybe a hint of orange. But honestly, this right here, I would totally wear this. Like, this is... It smells like I just took my clothes out of the laundry. Like, I went into the washing machine myself. That's how this smells like. It's great. I already went over the dry down of these, but that's it for today's video, guys. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I'm doing tons of giveaways before the month of July ends. You guys should enter my giveaways. I'm giving away some decants of Mango Ice by Gulf Orchid, decant of Alhambra Vintage Silver, and then some decants of Mandarin Sky and Mandarin Sky Elixir. But the giveaways won't stop, guys. They're just starting. I'm going to be doing tons and tons of giveaways, guys. So please subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you guys want to see. Do you want to see more comparison videos? Do you want to see me do full collection breakdown of clones? I'm already going to be doing that actually with God of Fire. So keep an eye out for that video of all the God of Fire clones, all right? See you guys next time. Spend better, spray smart. Guys, Leo.